section I'm going to be anchoring, and we're going to be asking, first of all, you need to know that everybody here is an authority. Everybody here, seated here right now, is an authority. I'm just going to be anchoring a question and answer segment. I'll be asking them some critical questions on a need-to-know basis, all right, about this launch today. And every response they give us should be taken as established. So I will, my next question goes to Dr. Egbe. Did I get the pronunciation? Did I get the pronunciation right? Okay, okay. So, sir, first of all, it's important they know this, that you are a HIV/AIDS consultant and a microbiologist. Did you get that clear? Yes. Now, doctor, what are the potential applications of stem cell technology in understanding and treating infections, diseases like HIV/AIDS? Infectious diseases like HIV/AIDS.
Once again, I am truly excited to be in this wonderful gathering, so I still want to applaud the organizers of this wonderful program. For some few months now, I've been led to getting involved in the stem cell research with respect to the knowledge gained from this wonderful company. I'll be answering your questions shortly. I just want to quickly share this. I did a research work that is in Europe. You can just Google re-evaluation of the diabetes mellitus management in Nigeria using mechanized herbal extraction technology. Is there. But I remember something vividly while carrying out that research. I encountered a pharmacist who was using this product. And he challenged me that even though I'm going to get a good result, I will get a better result with SuperLife products. Wow. Back then I thought he was just joking. I finished my research work. It was accepted in Europe. It's there. You can Google, you can just enter my name, you see it there. And I came back and I picked up the challenge with him. And to be candid, I discovered that even though I was getting good results from my own research, we were getting better results with SuperLife. Now, coming to your question, how do we handle treatment with stem cell technology? Now, for us to understand this, as far as HIV, I was so interested when my colleague mentioned the issue of HIV. I got so excited because that's my display. Now, for us to understand HIV treatment using stem cells, we need to understand what are the pharmacies currently using for HIV treatment. We all know they are using antiretrovirals, true or false? Now, the antiretrovirals they are using are multi-dimensional. They don't just give antiretrovirals. Pharmacists and medical doctors alike give antiretrovirals to stop the HIV at 3 different stages. 1, don't forget, let me just do this quickly if I have time. The HIV virus is an RNA virus. We human beings, our body is completely a DNA body. We must get that fact clear. Now, how on earth will an RNA virus succeed in subduing a DNA body? Now, it does this in 3 ways. Once it enters your body, it goes straight and targets your CD4 T cells. Now, why that? Your CD4 T cells are like your chief of army staff, chief of air staff, chief of naval staff. They're the ones that command other cells. So destroying that particular one means you're finished. they are going directly for the chief of army staff, chief of air staff, chief of naval staff, the major defense of your body. So once it gets there, what does this virus do? Don't forget, it's an RNA virus. The first thing it wants to do is that it wants to bind with your CD4 T cells. On the surface of our CD4 T cell, please just follow my drift. I'm coming to stem cell. On the surface of our CD4 T cells are what we call receptors. We have the CCR5 receptors on the surface. They are proteins. Now, what the HIV virus does is that it releases a glycoprotein that binds with your CCR5 proteins on the surface of your CD4 T cells. And once this happens, it gains entry into your cells. And once it does that, what does it do? Don't forget, it's an RNA virus. It will want to do what is called reverse transcription. It wants to make a copy of your DNA so that it can finish you. So once it enters, it looks at your cells and now uses the reverse transcriptase enzyme that it possesses to make a DNA copy of your DNA. Are you getting it? Converting itself from an RNA to a DNA. And once it does that inside your cell, it does not stop there. That's the stage. The first one is binding, second one is reverse transcription, the third one is integration. It will want to enter your nucleus. I remember when our chief pharmacist was talking, Dr. Chuks here, he talked about the nucleus. Now once it enters, it utilizes what it calls the integrase enzymes, and it enters your nucleus. Once it does that, it begins to multiply. Why? Because it is now a DNA, it has succeeded in making a DNA copy. So your body will think it's your normal DNA cells. No, it's a very dangerous cell. It begins to affect every other part. Now, so the drugs the pharmacists and the doctors give hopes to stop HIV patient from coming down with AIDS at these 3 stages. So they make use of these 4 categories of drug. Either they are using protease inhibitors, the pharmacists are here, they know them, integrase inhibitors, or they are using NNRTIs, that's a non-nucleotide reverse transcriptase inhibitors, or NRTIs, nucleotide reverse transcriptase inhibitors. Pharmacists, hope I'm correct? Good. Now, once they do this, this is what they use. But the question is, you will still be having the virus even when the viral load has dropped. But now, this is where stem cell, the question you're asking, where does stem cell now come in? Where does stem cell now come in? The stem cell technology, especially from that of Superlife, we have discovered from research that there are human beings without the CCR5 receptors. I'm sure you must have encountered human beings, men, who had HIV, slept with their wife, and their wife never had the disease. True or false? Yes. And their children never had the disease. Yes. The reason was because the woman's CD4 T cells never had the CCR5 receptors. So once the HIV virus cannot bind on your CD4 T cell, you can never come down with HIV. Now the good news is that for those who have the CCR5, does it mean that they will continue to have the HIV? We don't say go and expose yourself, but in case you do, this product has the potential of proliferating more of your stem cells. These products, because they are plant-based, they will go proliferate your stem cells. We have so many stem cells in the human body, maybe later we'll get there, we'll talk about it. And once it does that, it now makes your CD4 T cells to become very virulent. It becomes what? Very virulent. Virulent against diseases, including HIV, including what? HIV. You do not have, you have the CCR5 receptor. This one now makes it virulent to prevent what? Binding. And once the virus cannot bind, that means it cannot enter. And once it cannot enter, it cannot carry out reverse transcription. Once it cannot do that, it cannot enter your nucleus. Then you become free. Thank you.
I will learning or are we learning?